He said, I think you're a
What? What?
Because you could not hear.
Nicholas Cantu said that to Drew?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first freaking episode of the PC podcast.
First one, guys.
I'm Sawa.
Hi.
So, you said hi to me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Sawa, 20, I was born in 03, the best year of time ever made, and I was raised significantly in the early 2000s and by the internet, and this is my mom.
Hi. I'm the mom. I'm Sawa's mom.
No, you don't have to say you're my mom.
Oh.
You can just say who you are.
Okay. I'm Ma'ati. It's nice to see all of you, and thank you for tuning in to our very first podcast. We're very excited to be here. I was born in Haiti in 1970, actually. I might argue that might be the best year, but we can
Of all time?
I don't know about all time, but we can get into that another time. So that makes me 53 years old. I am the parent in this equation.
And I'm the child. That's
yes.
what PC stands for.
That's what PC stands for.
It also stands for politically correct, but not in the way that Republicans use it, in the way that we are correct.
Yes. And if you add a little O in there, it could also be people of color. So we got lots of entendres going on here. Yeah.
I don't know if it picks up on the camera, but your glasses are very dirty.
Okay. I'm not sure if we say that. Okay. Great. So this is our first one, and we're going to do our best to help you understand our format and keep you engaged, and hopefully as we do more episodes, we get
into it,
Yeah.
Basically, the idea we had for this podcast is just like that. We're just from such two different worlds, and it's really like funny and interesting, just the way, just to get just the two very different worlds, to have the news from those two worlds shared to the other person is always very funny and interesting. So it's like, why don't we just do a podcast of that? Because I think it'd be funny and good.
Yeah, absolutely. I think...
Do you want something to drink? You don't have anything to drink?
No, I'm okay. I think because our perspectives are so different.
Yeah.
I said I was born in Haiti. And
I didn't mention I was born here in the best borough, in the best city in the entire world, Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
Born and raised.
That's awesome. So, yes, I was born in Haiti, and so when my family came to the U.S., I was 5 years old, so that means I'm first generation, so the perspective of an immigrant and the lens through which we see things are different. I also think it's very interesting how parents parent an adult. So for... there are so many books written about, how to
parent a baby.
Yes, what to expect when you're expecting, and the toddler years.
And teenagers and stuff like that.
But when people are adults, not sure how much...
I think maybe because it's like a new concept. Because adults usually go away.
So you think, yes. Now that we have these boomerang generations where children go off to college, but they come right back home, because especially in New York, it's so expensive to live on your own.
No, it's crazy.
So it's not a good use of resources, and if you have the space and you actually like your family, it's okay to come back. So
you haven't disowned your kids or anything.
Nope, not disowning our kids. So I think that's what makes it different. So how do you allow adults to have their own autonomy, but still be respectful of like household rules, and just how to engage? Like, how do we have conversations about things that are important to us from each of our perspectives? I think that is a fairly new concept. You might be right. It might be the boomerang stuff.
So today, really simple show for you today. Yeah, I'm going to ask you how you are, and then we're just going to get into the news. I have a news story. She has a news story. from the two. Who wants to go? You want to go first?
No, you go first. I'm so excited to hear what your news story is about.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of news. There are a lot of things going on in the world, in the country, in our city. And so we had to do the very daunting task of just choosing one news story, one thing that was really impactful to us this week. Mm-hmm. And we'll do that every week and discuss it and why it's impactful and why we chose that particular thing and just dig a little deeper. Because we're not talking about this outside of the podcast.
Get our first live reactions.
Exactly. Absolutely. Okay. You go first. What's your thing, Majiggy?
No, I ask you how you are.
Oh, how
are you? How was your week? How are you doing?
My week, it was a good week. I'm doing well. You know, this was Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had fun.
You were just talking to Dad about that, and I wanted to ask you something about that. Mm-hmm. This might be my autism swag, but I don't really get, like, relationship stuff. Mm-hmm. Why is this Thanksgiving, your niece's boyfriend's family was at her home that we went to for an hour? What is the point of the
What's the
family's
significance
meeting?
of that?
I never understood that. Never.
Yeah. Okay. So let me answer that question. I also wanted to tell you about what was interesting about our Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry about. But the significance, Thanksgiving for some reason is like the big meal where people debut their relationships, their friendships.
Yeah, always.
Big news that they might have about themselves. That's the time in which they do it. I think primarily because it's one of those holidays because everyone has the day off and still not sure about the whole genocide and all of the things that the meal is supposed to represent. So let's put that part aside.
I'm sorry.
No.
The heat is coming up.
Yes.
That's going to pick up on the mic. Actually, it sounds like you turn on the heat. I'm in a podcast. So you're saying Thanksgiving. That's the stage for debuting people in news.
Yes.
I'm going to put on a timer for an hour.
The Thanksgiving is the holiday meal where most people debut relationships or provide monumental news in their personal lives. I think primarily because it's a holiday where, because most people have the day off, it's the time when many of the members of the family are all gathered together, so you can share your news in one time. I guess before the dawn of a group chat where you put everybody in the group chat and you share your news. This is the personal face-to-face way to do it.
Well, a lot of people are too old for group chats.
There are some members of the family who are older and so would not be participating in a group chat. That is a great point, and so hence Thanksgiving dinner when you reveal things. The reason why members of the family will bring their significant others and debut relationships at Thanksgiving, I think, is because at Thanksgiving you get to see, it's a very intimate look into a family. Most people, they try to be on their best behavior, but their true selves will come out eventually.
Yeah.
And so if you are dating someone, if you've been dating someone for the past 10, 11, 12, 24 months.
Jeez.
And so it's been 2 years. You've been dating this person. Yes, 24 months equals 2 years. Yes, that's the math.
I wasn't even thinking about that. But yeah, that's true too.
Still a parent, still doing math. So if you've been dating someone over these 2 years and your family hasn't met them, Thanksgiving is a time for you. If you bring this person to Thanksgiving, you are signaling to that person and to your family that this is someone who is significant to me. They are important. They are worthy for you to meet.
And they're not going nowhere.
Not likely. So this is another stage of the development of that relationship. It's like, okay, this person...
There's like a big deal. Like all these people. Now all these people know you.
Right.
And so if you're not here next year, people will ask about you.
Absolutely, because now they even know your name.
Yeah.
Because before they might not know your name.
Yeah.
Because when you're at Thanksgiving, you're like, hey, what's going on in the romantic part of your life? You're like, yeah, nothing much, right? You don't have to reveal. You only reveal.
You said it really polite. That's not what people tend to ask.
No, I know. So,
weren't you married?
Yikes. So, yeah, especially as you get to a certain age, and oh gosh, our society is so traditional.
It's agonizing.
Yeah.
I don't have time to.
Yeah. And if you're pregnant, what? Who's the guy? And why aren't
Who's
you
the mother?
Right.
Who's the father?
Right. There are no other options to be pregnant, even though in 2023 we have lots of options. But anyway, I digress. The other part of it is if you bring the person, that's one level. If you bring the person and you bring their family.
His whole family. All his siblings.
Yes.
And his parents.
They were all there.
They were all there.
That also signals that, okay, not only are we dating, but we think that one day our two families will become connected. And so...
Oh my God. Sorry, I feel dumb for asking the question now. Because, like, once you're married, you have your in-laws.
Right.
And that's the relationship. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, you're preparing them for future. Oh, we're going to have more holidays.
Yeah, like, your brother is now, like, dad's brother.
Yes.
Like, their relationship is like that. So that... Okay, I understand everything.
Yeah. So that was fun and interesting to do. This year... I thought it was really interesting that your dad came up with this concept.
Yeah.
That the five of us went to a local grocery store and...
One of them interesting grocery stores, though.
Say again?
One of them interesting rich people grocery stores. Though.
Yes, we're not going to name them by name because they're not sponsoring our podcast. Mm-hmm. One day they might. Mm-hmm. To be continued. It's only our first. They have time. So we went to that local grocer, the five of us, and we were just shopping. And we're like...
I want that thing.
Yeah. Pick things that you think might be interesting for our meal this year.
Yeah.
And we're not going to do the insane overcooking and huge pans.
Gotta get the turkey out the day before.
Yeah, all of that. No. We're not doing that. Well, it's hard because we're vegetarian. But anyway, we're not going to do, the night before, 3 pans of macaroni and cheese, like that overcooking and all of this extra food. No, we're just going to make a typical dinner meal size portion. This is not with the intent of having leftovers for the next 7 days. It's just to eat in that one sitting and pick interesting things. And then we did that, and then we came home and like some of us cooked those interesting things, and that's what we had for a meal. And then after that we went to our family members' huge gathering for dessert and drinks, and that was really cool. And we got to meet the family of my niece. So the
family of your niece,
my niece is the person that she's dating. That person's family. So yes, my week was good. It was interesting to work. This was the first time I worked.
You worked on the Friday,
right? But I'm extremely grateful. I worked from home. I work for a healthcare system. Well, one of my 3 jobs is to work for a
Too many jobs.
Yeah. First generation immigrant. Sorry. That's the thing. So
first generation immigrant from the Caribbean, no less.
Yes. So, working is part of our DNA. So the thing is that working for a healthcare system, people are still sick during holidays. You
used to work specifically with like the homeless people.
Yeah, so
they're still homeless.
Yes, people need, patients experiencing homelessness still need to be discharged from the hospital. So I worked from home, which was great.
Do doctors really get Thanksgiving?
They figure out a schedule, and there are some people who actually have to work. One of my colleagues on our team, he works in the ED.
The British one.
Yes. I asked him about the ED experience on Thanksgiving. He worked Thanksgiving Day, and he was like, it was milder, but also,
he works in the ER.
Yeah, at a major institution here in Brooklyn.
Oh my god.
The thing is that he said there are fewer people because most people are like, oh, I'm not going to go in. It's Thanksgiving. I want to be here. I'll wait. But also the people who actually do go in are really, really sick because they can't wait anymore. So
that sucks missing Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But I feel like sitcom episodes on Thanksgiving, they always end up in the hospital somehow.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's Grey's Anatomy. There's going to be a Thanksgiving special. Right. So
sitcoms that's a drama. I was talking about sitcoms that don't revolve around hospitals somehow. Always end up in a hospital.
Got it. Yeah, so that was my week. It was a pretty good week. I'm typically teaching today. Today's Saturday.
But it's Thanksgiving, baby.
So I get to be home and I get to do this with you.
Let's do this.
Okay. How was your week?
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Do tell.
It was strange.
How?
I'm still in the emotional recoil of last weekend. Last weekend, yeah, my whole November just feels out of whack because of last weekend. For the people at home, very good, some might say, best friend in the whole wide world of mine. It lives in Canada, and we met online through just our Instagram area of the internet, and it's like, yeah, she's my best friend in the whole wide world, and she was supposed to come down last weekend, but passport trouble, she didn't come. But the plan was...
You said passport trouble?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
But yeah, she was coming down for an anime convention in Manhattan, Anime NYC, and I bought the 3-day passes for her, so I still had to go all 3 days. I could have sold it, but I didn't want to because Rafi was going to be there, and I wanted to see Rafi live, and it was very good. They were very good, and I got to meet them. So that was a week. That's not this week, but it was I felt kind of like a zombie going through the con, because it was like, this isn't what it was supposed to be. But it was still fun. But just like, again, autism swag, to have a plan and then to have it drastically change, it just set me back.
I think it's disappointing.
Yeah, it's disappointing, but it's also just like,
How do you rejigger yourself?
Yeah. Rejigger.
No, not a good word. Okay.
No, it's good.
How do you pivot?
No, it's good. It's just I didn't like it.
Okay. All right. Noted.
So this week, yeah, that was odd. Drawing's not been working for me, and I've been working on this one thing for a long time. It's taken way longer than I'd like it to. It was supposed to be like the beginning of November I posted, and is still not done with it.
Okay.
But it's gonna be really good when it's done. So like you get excited for that, and that keeps you working on the thing, even though it's boring. It's annoying to do.
I don't understand artists. I'm like, wait, you have to draw and then shade and then color. This is like hours of work, and it's still not complete. I need, I guess I need more instant gratification.
Yeah.
And art is not instant gratification.
Yeah, you have to be really patient. There's a lot of patient. Ugly parts.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes it's hard for me to put a drawing down, because it looks ugly, and like I know how to get it to get good right now. What if I put it down and I come back to it? I won't know how to get it to good before.
Got it.
I mean, again.
Yeah.
And so I won't like eat, drink, or sleep until I finish the drawing.
I've noticed. I'm really impressed by that commitment. I wish you would eat, but yes. As a parent.
Why do you have to keep saying you're a parent?
Okay. So that's how my week was. That's how your week is.
Let's get into the stories.
Yeah, right.
Woo! I was, we knew we were going to record this week, and I was concerned last week. I was like, this story I have is kind of boring. Not really all that much has happened. But then we were blessed early this week with one of the most insane, like, so chronically online crap in the world. So I have two people I have to introduce to you, and then we can get into the story.
Okay. And this is the most impactful news of the week for...
No, this is not the most impactful news of the week for me. But I have to... it's the best thing to talk about on this podcast.
Got it.
Right now.
Okay. I just want to make sure I understand the assignment.
Okay. So, two players we have to introduce. Dream is a streamer... Sauce, did you hear about this? Oh my god, I'm so happy you're here. Dream is a Minecraft streamer. Okay. That's how we started. He was like, he did really good. He was really good at speedrunning Minecraft. He's a Twitch streamer. He's really good at speedrunning Minecraft, and he had these two friends that...
Can I just say, I still don't understand how people make a living just playing video games online, and as someone born in 1970, that is still... mind-altering to me. But yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
And the name is Dream?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's really good at Minecraft. And he has these two friends, and they started an SMP together.
What's an SMP?
I'm going to tell you.
And like Standard & Poor's, that's like financial news.
What did you say?
Standard & Poor's, that's what...
Standard & Poor's?
And Poor's. It's an ampersand. S&P.
No, SM.
Oh, as in Mary. Okay. And what does that stand for?
I don't remember what SMP stands for, but it's like...
That's for you, research.
Oh, yeah.
S&P.
Look that up. SMP, Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
But it's... Minecraft, in Minecraft, you can make different worlds. Like, you can have a private world or a world with, like, one player. I think in SMP, it has a lot of players in
Multiple players.
But what's the S?
I don't know, but I got the M and the P. Good for me. Okay.
Damn it.
Survival multiplayer.
Yes. Thank
Survival multiplayer.
That's our researcher back there. Thank
Woo!
you.
Round of applause. You can't be coughing in the program. Please.
Okay, survival multiplayer. He was really good at that.
No, he wasn't really good at that. It was so when they did the Dream SMP, it was them and a bunch of like other Minecraft streamers and stuff, and they built a lore around it. It had a story and all that stuff, and it became... I've noticed this as kind of an internet historian. Neurodivergent gay middle schoolers and high schoolers are always going to have a fandom that they all congregate to that is like the one place they feel safe to like express themselves in such a way. When I was in middle school, it was like FNAF and Undertale and stuff like that. And for a little while, that was what the Dream SMP was for the gay neurodivergents. Yes.
Yeah. I know you're just introducing one character so far, but I think you're highlighting something extremely important about community and how that's formed online. Yes, I know you love this show. Also, not sponsoring our podcast, so we will not repeat their name.
It's a television program.
They can't. I'm just thinking that Dream can make money off of playing video games. Can't somebody from community pay us to do something with our podcast? Anyway, trying to figure out how to monetize. So the thing is about building community online and finding a space where you feel comfortable. I think that one of the things when the politicians across the country who are trying to limit young people,
especially in the for gay people.
Yes, that when you're limiting their access to the internet, they might be living in the real world in a community that is not accepting of them, where they don't find anyone else who looks like them, and then be dealing with a lot of emotional turmoil and just a lot of challenges.
Not have anyone.
And so if they have access to the internet and can find their place in a community, that could help bring them solace, and that could help them with their that better mental health. So I think often when we're making arguments for why why we should be limiting access to the internet, I think that's one of the components that people don't often think about, especially in states where they have more traditional conservative views. Those young people will be in more danger as they limit their access. So I'm glad you brought up that. So back to Dream.
Yes. So yeah, the Dream SMP, as I just said, very young fans. So Dream himself has had a number of controversies ranging in validity.
Okay.
Like one of which being he was ugly.
How is that a controversy?
Bobby, he was for a long time he was faceless, like he didn't show his face, and then he did a face reveal, mommy, and then it was the trending hashtag on Twitter. He's ugly.
Also known as X now.
No, we don't say that.
Oh, okay. We don't believe in rebranding.
No.
Okay.
Not when it's that stupid, terrible, awful man.
Oh, okay. We have very strong political views here. Please note that these are our personal views, not the views of any of the institutions that any of us may work for or anything else.
You're not trying to lose your job.
Nope. Can't lose any of my jobs. Thank you very much. Thank you. So trending on Twitter was
he's ugly.
Oh, is he really ugly though? I know it's subjective, but he thought he was ugly, and that's why he didn't show his face. And then when he showed his face,
could you look up his Dream face for mommy?
Okay.
I don't think he's ugly. No,
okay.
I think he's a completely average looking person.
Okay.
But
completely average.
People hate him for a lot of the more valid controversies he's been in. Like he's.
I'm looking at a picture of Dream. Yeah, I agree with you. Completely average. Yeah. Should we show it to the audience?
Oh, I can put the picture up. It will look bad if it's the screen.
Okay, yeah. Looks completely average. Okay, cool beans.
So, have you heard of the concept of a parasocial relationship?
A what?
A parasocial relationship.
Parasocial?
Yes.
No. I thought you said a parasol. I'm like an umbrella. This is Rihanna's umbrella. Parasol? No. That's not it.
Rihanna's umbrella.
Not a parasol.
No.
Okay.
A parasocial relationship, it's when
parasocial.
Yeah.
It's
well, you can guess.
Word.
You're good at English.
It's a hyphen.
It's one word.
It's one word. Okay.
You're good at English and grammar. Can you guess what a parasocial is?
So it's like you have a social relationship with this. You have some kind of intimate relationship, but it's not real. It's a relationship that is imagined. And you are, this is just all in your mind.
Yeah, you pretty much hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
It's just like that. It's usually with like celebrities and YouTubers and people who are frequently on the internet. For the people who watch them, form a parasocial relationship with them. Because it's like, I watch your videos every day and you talk about your personal life and you always make me laugh. I feel like I know you.
Is that could happen to us.
It happens pretty much with every creator to a certain degree.
Oh, that's fair.
But some people are responsible about it. Dream very much is not.
Oh,
and he would like continuously feed the parasocial relationship and do kind of like weird stuff. Especially, I spent some time searching so I could give you examples, but I could not find like concrete things. But like,
well, I think because you mentioned that these are really young followers.
Yes,
you said middle schoolers. Excuse me, I would think at that age you are far more impressionable.
Yes.
And so for Dream,
that's on his responsibility as the adult.
Agree.
Yes.
To monitor that, not feed into it, not to bring people.
I put on 22 minutes. I meant an hour.
Not to be able to create these fake scenarios for folks. I gotcha.
Yeah. So feeding the parasocial relationship, a little bit of queer baiting, because just like all the neurodivergent gay little fandoms, there were a lot of shipping and stuff, and he would like feed into it and be kind of weird with his buddies, because just for silly fun times. A little bit of queer baiting, a little bit of racism. I could not find the tweet, so I'm sorry that I don't have the example, but it's just like casual racism kind of stuff that he said.
Like microaggressions. Yeah,
kind of stuff that he said and did. Other stuff, I'm sure. He's had a lot of controversies, but yeah. He has a necessary context. He has a little bit of a music career. Okay. He started with his first song, that's Mask. That's what the mask is. That's what the point of the mask is. I think the point of it, the idea was talking about his experience with being diagnosed with ADHD as a kid, and how his internet persona helps him like interact with people. But then that had
that's another thing about the internet that people, I'm sorry, I know you're not looking for advantages for having access to the internet, but a lot of people talk about how with different mental health diagnoses, like if they have social anxiety or you mentioned ADHD, that sometimes being able to interact and engage with people on the internet, that has helped them to be able to manage some of those symptoms as well. You were frozen. Unpause.
But that one had a controversy. The music video for that had a controversy. I don't remember what that was. Maybe if I had to guess, it was the animation was ugly. I think he underpaid and abused the animators for that thing. Oh, jeez. He basically has become a meme on the internet. We just like to make fun of him all the time because he's cringe and he is also bad. So that's usually people's excuse. If you're bad and you're cringe, we can take it a step further.
Okay. So that's one character.
That's one player.
Jeez.
The other player is Nicholas Cantu. Do you remember The Amazing World of Gumball?
I do remember that as a show that children watched and adults.
The voice actor for Gumball, the last voice actor, because he changed voice actor many times.
Okay.
Is Nicholas Cantu. He was also, I don't remember which turtle. In the newest TMNT movie that we saw in August.
Okay.
He was also in that.
Okay.
Nicholas Cantu, he's a voice actor. He's 20 years old. And I don't know if you need any more information on Nicholas Cantu.
About him.
So here's the story.
Yes, this is a story that broke this week that is important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what did I tell you to look up?
Nicholas Cantu, which turtle
was he?
Which voice actor?
Can I guess that it was Leo? Because Gumball's blue and Leo's blue.
Okay.
Wait, no, we have to wait for the... I want to know.
We have the reveal. Okay. Nicholas Cantu played which turtle?
Still loading? What's going on over there? It was Leo?
You were
right. Blue! Just make some noise for Blue!
Blue! And Bluey while we're at it.
Yeah!
All things blue. Okay.
So, September, there was a party.
Okay.
I don't know who the party was for or about,
okay,
but there was a party. Nicholas Cantu and Dream were there. They got into a fight.
What? Did they know each other before this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nicholas Cantu struck Dream.
Yeah.
Bleeding on the side of his face.
Yeah.
And, you know, something else happened later that night that I'll get into later. But a few days ago, earlier this week, a Dream, I guess, fan account or like alt account, I don't know. I think it was Dream himself. He posted a picture and it was a picture of him and the caption said, "Who want me?" Oh. And, you know, again, inappropriate thing to be tweeting when your fans are so young.
Yeah.
It's weird to me.
Cringy.
Nicholas Cantu responded under there, I want you dead.
How old are these people? 12?
Nicholas Cantu was 20. I just told you
that.
that.
Yeah, but they sound so immature.
Yeah, so that sparked a long argument between them, in which Dream tried to win by posting this video he had from that night from an Uber ride with the two of them, which I'm very confused about. If you got into a fight with someone earlier in the night, why are you in the Uber with them?
Yeah.
But this is the clip that has gone viral. And I'm going to show it to you.
Okay. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can see it.
Good. That's good.
And so the story that broke this week is just the story of the fight and...
Mommy, I'm going to show you the clip. And you will understand the story that broke this week.
Okay, sorry.
When the bites come, or the ants come at me, it'll take 10,000, 100,000 of them to take me down. So that's how minuscule you are to my size, right? My stature of intelligence, character, body, and reverence in the world. You don't understand that you're talking to like a Michelangelo of my time, right? Like I'm a genius, Albert Einstein level history bookmaker. You're gonna be forgotten like the dust in the sand when you're in the fucking Sahara and there's 100 million, 1,000 billion fucking sand particles. You're gonna be one of those, and I'm gonna be a statue erected in gold.
Whoa.
Sorry. This is not the clip I wanted.
I am like this.
Okay, here we go.
Because ADHD, autism, I have ADHD. Right, but because you said that's what the mask is. I think you're fat.
Did you hear what he said?
That's the mask is?
No.
What?
Did you hear what he said at the end of his thing?
Oh
my god.
Well, you can tell me.
I can't tell you. Cannot find a better clip, so I will tell you.
Uh-huh.
He said, I think you're a
What?
Because you cannot hear.
Nicholas Cantu said that to Dream in 2023? What? Wow.
And so the crazy thing that happened is Dream was the one who posted that video in their Twitter argument, hoping to be like, guys, he said a slur.
Yeah.
And Get him.
Yeah, what happened?
Everyone was like, Nicholas Cantu, you are so right. It like became this whole thing, is people posting edits of Gumball beating up Dream, and this like it became all week. It has been this.
Wait, but no one commented on the fact that he used a slur?
Everyone was like giving him
bypass that?
Yeah, giving him a pass. Like, yeah, all the gay people were like, yeah, you got it, babes. You got it.
What? So this is so bizarre to me.
So, I want your opinion.
Yeah.
So, in the Twitter thread also, he said that it was also at the time, in September, the day after, Nicholas texted Dream and apologized.
Okay.
But, I guess because he said, I want you dead, I guess he's back on his Dream hating thing. So, in the thread, he also said that he called him a pedophile. He called him fat.
Wait,
and
Nicholas Cantu called Dream.
Yes, and he said he was disrespectful to the Uber driver, but he tipped the Uber driver a lot because he was, as like an apology for being so disrespectful in the Uber.
Wait, it's the pronouns. He, who's the he in that
Sorry,
sentence?
this is all Nicholas Cantu.
Okay, thank you. Nicholas Cantu thought that Nicholas was being disrespectful.
Yes.
So that's why Nicholas tipped the Uber driver so much more money.
Yes, you can call him Gumball if it's easier for you. He Gumball claimed that he was drunk at the time, and that since he's been drinking a lot less and trying to like get his life back in control.
Got it.
So what do you think? Because everyone is so 100% Gumball is in the right. Everyone. Like, I've not seen a single person be like,
but why?
Like, I don't like Dream. I hate him, actually.
Oh,
I think he's not a good person.
Yeah.
And he should, I don't think he should have the platform he does. And I don't know if he still makes content, but I don't think he should be allowed, like, on the internet anymore. I think he's done enough. I think he should go away.
Yeah.
but beating him up and then calling him the F slur is crazy.
That sounds really crazy to me. The thing that's so interesting to me, and this is the point of the podcast, is that I've heard absolutely nothing about this.
I know. There's no way you would.
Yeah. and so it's interesting that is an issue and a thing that is bubbling up. And that so many of your peers, I guess in your age cohort. Yeah, your demographic.
It's not about age. It's about being chronically online.
People.
Because I've seen like 40-year-olds talking about this.
Yeah, I'm not chronically online, actually.
You're barely online.
I'm barely online.
Too busy helping people, doing your job.
Maybe. But
and watching your little Netflix shows.
Yeah.
You know, I think those are the only two things you do is work your job and watch Netflix.
And to be clear, Netflix is not sponsoring this, so we will not be saying their name.
Oh my god!
Not giving anyone any free advertising. That's my stance. The thing is so that's interesting to me that this is such a huge issue in your world. The other thing is that I don't know. I think I want people who have platforms or who are being watched by so many individuals. I want them to have more like responsibility,
tact.
Yeah, and just be mindful.
But he was drunk.
And I okay, then I'm going to need you not to get so drunk that you can't even monitor your words or your actions.
Because I was like, what I'm saying, they're like, whatchamacallit, all the gay people. I saw a TikTok that was like, all the gay people just giving him a pass. I didn't give him a pass.
Yeah, I'm not giving him a pass. Not for this word. This is unacceptable. I don't think, because if we extract it as a principle, we're saying that, you can say all kinds of words. All words are possible as long as you are drunk.
Not as long as you are drunk. As long as you are drunk and we hate the guy you're talking to. We despise the guy you're talking to.
So no, I don't think that's acceptable. I don't care how much you hate Dream. And I don't think...
But then I also think... If I was in the same vicinity of Dream, I think I would punch him. So it's hard to gauge.
Yeah, but I also think that that's like a private conversation. We're not taping this. Like, can I just tell you something from one artist to another?
Yeah, to be like, I think what you do with your platform is irresponsible. Yes. And you should stop doing that.
Yeah, I think
or just like try to speak to him. Because if you punch him and then call him the F slur, I don't think you're getting through to him.
Exactly.
You're not trying, but... Not everyone is trying to make change in the world. They're just like, I don't like that guy.
And then, but I think you should have better impulse control.
Yeah.
I think
he is also 20.
Yeah, but still. I think impulse control is a real thing at every age. You know, you teach it to a 4-year-old. Why not a 20-year-old being able to recognize, I have really strong feelings about this guy. I probably should not be around him. I'm
really curious about the Uber, how they got in the same Uber.
Yeah. That we can look at that offline. Okay. So that's your story. It's my turn.
So wait, what do you think? You think they're both in the wrong? They're both bad people?
I can't. Oh no, I would never make a character judgment about who's bad and who's good.
I think Dream is bad.
Okay, that's your opinion, and that's fair. What I think is that there should be more responsibility and accountability. Because we're just talking about the situation of the punching and the F word, I think that there should be better impulse control. Should not have punched him. Should not have used the F word. I think it's unacceptable behavior, and I'm a little disappointed that so many people have gotten on board with his actions just because they despise Dream so much. I also don't think that that's an excuse. Okay.
Insane though, right?
Pretty insane, especially I like not a whisper of this anywhere in my world. Maybe
you've never even heard of Dream.
No. So maybe it'll trickle down. Maybe in a month there might be a report on NPR that I might hear.
I doubt it.
You doubt it. It might not. It won't come out. Okay. So
yes, hit us with it.
Woo! Okay, so I wanted to
comment down below whose side you're taking, Dream or Nick or Gumball.
Okay.
Comment down below.
That's a great idea.
I don't know if there's comments everywhere we're uploading this, but there's comments on YouTube. So
okay. I wanted to get the name of this act correct, and so I looked it up. So this week is today the 24th?
Today's the 25th.
Today's the 25th. So on the 24th, November 24th, 2023, this act in New York State was expiring. The name of the act is the Adult Survivals Act.
What's that?
So this act allows it went into effect.
And remind me, what's an act?
Oh, that's a great question. An act is like a law. It's a policy.
Got it.
And so this policy went into effect last year in 2022. Yeah. It expired on Friday, November 24th, 2023.
Yes, sir.
It allowed any person who was at least 18 years of age when this occurred to them to be able to file in court to file against any person who committed sexual assault or any sexual act against them. So typically there's a statute of limitations. Like, I'm not sure what the statute of limitations are for each of the various infractions, but there is a statute of limitation that, if you didn't report it within a year, too late. The person gets off. You don't get to talk about it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So this act was giving everyone an opportunity for anything that ever happened to you.
Who passed that?
This was a whole bunch of state senators in New York State passed it. It was originally called Rosenthal's Adult Survivors Act.
Survivors.
Like
survivors of sexual assault.
Sexual assault. As a result of that, because it was ending this Friday, there was a huge number of people who were bringing up charges against their
on the same day?
Alleged assailants. Not the same day, but
when you said that, I just imagined this massive horde of people standing outside of the court, the state court.
Yeah, I don't know what it looked like in a courtroom, but online or in the news, I kept seeing different people's names and different things, different cases coming up against them. That's why you heard about the court case with Cassie and Sean Puffy P. Diddy Combs. That was this week. You also heard about someone for Governor Cuomo. Someone filed a petition against him. Mayor Adams had something passed against him. Axl Rose. Like, there's a list of.
And that's why you think?
Yes.
Because it was ending.
It was ending.
So we got to do it now.
We have to do it now.
Is there a similar act like this in other states?
I don't know. That's a great point. And I don't know how, as a society, we reconcile the fact that we have put a limit to when people can file against their assailants, because when it first happens to you, people have a hard time. No matter when, it's really hard to come forward, typically against someone who is extremely powerful, to be able to...
Or even just, what's we call it? Just the emotional recoil from the situation.
Absolutely.
Or some people just don't, want to be a bother.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of, whatchamacallit, the Sex Ed Season 2 with... Don't laugh at me.
No, I'm sorry. You know exactly.
It's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, I didn't mean to laugh. Tell me more.
when Amy got assaulted on the bus.
Yes.
And Maeve was like, you have to go to the police.
Yes.
And the whole time, Amy was just like, it's not that big a deal. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't understand why we're doing all this. It's just like, I don't want to bother anyone. I just want to go home.
Yeah, with the jeans, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love Amy.
Yeah. Love Amy too. She's awesome. It's great. You know, you put me onto a lot of great
I know.
media, great shows.
One of the things I was thinking about if I didn't have a story this week is just to talk about the last season of Sex Ed. But maybe some other time.
Yep. So, as a society, we say that if you don't talk about it, if you're not prepared to bring someone up on charges, if you're not brave enough, there's a limit. This is it. You have to do it within a year. So I think the Survivors Act is an amazing piece of legislation. I don't know what it looks like in other states.
Yeah.
That's the challenge we have here in America.
But now it's gone.
Yes. So I don't know. Yeah. So now it's gone. That's the expiration. I don't know if there are.
Why does it expire?
I don't know.
Is it like the same kind of way how the president can only run for 2 terms? It's like we got to put a limit on the policies.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be worth digging deeper into finding out why it expires, what is happening in other states around the country, what is the potential to make this a federal countrywide thing. You know, we constantly have this dichotomy of statehood and the supremacy of statehood. So it's state by state versus what are the kinds of legislations that we pass on a federal level. So this was the story that I was seeing over and over again, and that's the thing that I wanted to bring forward today.
So let me ask you, do you think it is because what you have here is a bunch of survivors getting closer to getting justice because of the urgency of this act going away, but then also the act going away, which is, do you think this is a net negative, or like is the positive of the survivors being able to come forward right before it went away is worth it, or like is you know what I'm asking?
Yeah, I understand what you're asking, and it's a very thoughtful question. I really like engaging in conversation with you because of your ability to process information.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's why I wanted to do a podcast.
Yeah, super cool. I do think that there's power in it. I'm grateful that the act exists. I'm grateful that we have a framework from which to look at this. I do think every single time another person comes forward, it helps bring another survivor closer to being able to tell their story. So I think it was positive that the act existed, and it will be interesting to see how it moves forward and where it lands.
Yeah.
So sorry, your story, my story was much more of a downer than your...
The crazy internet people fighting.
Yeah, the internet people fighting. And so this is bringing us to an end.
I can't do a fun... Just leave in the comments for yours.
No.
Comment down below.
Yeah, comment down below if you have more information about the Survivors Act in other states.
Oh yeah, if you're like a lawyer or something, or if you're a senator watching this.
Yes. Tell us. Or if you
are listening to this, watching, or
you're listening outside of New York State, if you know.
About what the policy is in your state.
Yeah, that would be helpful. So thank you.
No, mommy, thank you.
So we did it. We did our first episode. We aim to be consistent and do this on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next week.
Whoa.
No. Oh.
Whoa.
Okay.
So today we only had really 2 segments. We asked each other how we are, and then we did the news. But going forward, I want to do an advice segment where you can get advice from both of us. So if anyone, I don't know how this is going to go when we upload it, but if anyone watched this and you want some advice from her or from me or from both of us, because we're kind of smart. Who's to say? I didn't make the email address yet, but I'm going to put it on the screen after I make it, so it's going to be right here.
Woohoo.
If you want some advice, just I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Keep it PC.
Keep it PC.
Woo!